Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, north of the border, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We're live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network for our inaugural broadcast on this platform. So glad you could join us as the Truck Series gets set to tackle the 2.43 mile road course here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park in Bowmanville, Canada. Beautiful skies out there tonight, 74-degree ambient temperature, that track temperature creeping up to around 92 degrees as qualifying is underway. Trucks are on the racetrack tackling this 2.43 mile road course to see who can lay down the fastest lap of the night. Continue to watch the leaderboard as they go through the rest of their qualifying session. We'll take a quick break and we'll bring you some feedback and all what's left from tonight's action. We'll be right back. Alrighty, first few trucks are have laid down a few laps here. We'll watch them across the top of your screen right now. Your fastest is Sawyer in that 35 machine with a 122 double 31, 122 double 31 for Sawyer. He has the quickest lap so far here tonight. What about Storm Patterson in the 63 machine, a 122 476. Daniel Half in the third spot, a 122.617. Patrick Langley chimes in fourth quick with a 123.192. Matt Quick fifth quick. It'll be 124.485. And rounding out the six trucks that have made time so far, the 09 of Dave Matson with a 124.559. Be 150 makeup. It'll be the Canadian Tire 150, or Canada 150, I should say. We're still continuing to add some drivers to our list. Jackson Allen to the top of the board, 121.345. 121.345 for Jackson Allen in the 91 truck. Four minutes and 30 seconds left here in qualifying. Last night we left off at Daytona International Speedway. Saw Matt Quick taking the win, green white checker finish, and did not make it back to the white flag on our first attempt and our only attempt. Matt Quick wound up stealing one away from Ray Rittenauer. This is race number 2 of season 3. We'll strike back up next Monday, May the 25th. We'll come at you live from South Boston Speedway for the Gutter Team 200. Be 200 laps, 80 miles to make up the distance from South Boston Speedway. If you've never witnessed a race from South Boston, you're in for a treat. It'll be a good, quick, fast race from South Boston Speedway. A lot of good competition. We'll turn around and do it all over again Tuesday, May the 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9:05 Green Flag Falls. We'll have the Mud Summer Classic 100 from the famous high-banked Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Or as I like to call it, Tonyville. Tony Stewart taking over the speedway there from the late great Earl Baltus, who had the vision of Eldora and made it what it was. And Tony has continued to build upon Earl's vision over there in the hills of Ohio. A definite bucket list for anyone who's interested in dirt track racing. And now NASCAR has put the truck series over there, so maybe we can get some more NASCAR series to take a visit as well. And we'll come back again Monday, June the 1st. The Alabama Trucking 166 from Talladega Super Speedway. We'll go 63 laps for 167 miles. We'll turn back around Tuesday and head on up the road back to the Carolinas for the World 150 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 100 laps, 150 miles. That'll be the last race before the chase. And we'll come at you Monday, June the 8th. The Field Knights 150 from Iowa Speedway, 115 laps. 100 miles will make up that distance. And we'll go to the round of 4. Final 4. World 100 did start. The World 150 did start the chase. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. But the championship will be at the Auto Club Speedway, 75 laps, 150 miles. Tuesday, June 9th, 2020 will be the championship race. About 35 seconds, Jackson Allen still holding on to that top spot. Just about ready to set the grid here. Jackson Allen on the pole. Well, I saw you're out to his outside. We'll get the grid set up for you, ready to rock and roll here momentarily. As the field starts the grid. Find your leader to 91 of Jackson Allen. On the front row, there's a red, white, and blue machine. Starting on row number 1. Have to see what's the matter with our grid lineup there. Definitely not the right lineup. Alrighty, I do apologize for our lineup there that will roll across the top of the screen. 91 Jackson Allen. 35 Sawyer out, going to lead them to the green. As the field sets off. Apologize for that. The field starts their way through corner 5 and 6 now down the back straight. Into turn 6 and 7. Set for some green flag action. No cautions here tonight. Straight 34 laps. As you see the long list of drivers who took an EOL. iRacing safety car getting ready to pull off of the speedway as they make their way through corner 8 and 9. Jackson Allen, 35 Sawyer out in the gutter team. Chevrolet Silverado getting ready to put the hammer down here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, Bowmanville, Canada. Race number 2 is green flag, and a good jump by that 35 of Sawyer out. He'll have a car length ahead as he turns into turn number 1. As they exit turn 1, field stringing out nicely. Big overdrive there, a little bit for the 35 of Ott. That'll leave the 91 of Jackson Allen some time to close up on the back deck with that machine as Ott works his way now out of turn number 3, sight set on turn 4. 3 Chevys lead the field. The top 5, all Chevrolets. To you back to the 6th spot of Daniel Half. In the first Toyota, Patrick Langley right now holding on to the 7th spot. looking for redemption tonight is that 63palestrade.com machine of Storm Patterson, who had trouble last night at Daytona International Speedway. So already a better run so far for that 63 machine, as he is solidly in the top 5 at the moment, running in the 3rd spot. Making a move now to the inside will be the 91 of Allen. 35 Sawyer out to jump over and slam the door as they work their way into turn number 3. Up the hill here. Ott still trying to hold off the 91 of Allen. Allen will peek to the outside. Now to the inside. He'll be content to ride right behind him. Oh, on the binders hard is that 63 machine of Storm Patterson, trying to avoid contact with the back bumper of that 91 of Jackson Allen. Starting to fizzle out just a little bit. Let's check back through the field while we got a little bit of a break in the action at the front of the racetrack here. 20 of Patrick Langley still holding on to 7th spot. You'll have Artie Peterson Jr. in the 1 GMAC Chevrolet right in front of him. He'll look to his inside into turn number 1. Not quite able to make the move there. Take that back. 20 of Langley has fell back from the 7th spot. Now currently in the 13th spot. Chris Gale running in the 14th spot. Seems like for the moment, closest racing action is at the front of the field. Momentarily, anyway. A lot of slipping and sliding out of that 35 machine. Three trucks under a blanket still here. Lap 4 of 34 on the board. See what's happening back through the field if we can here. There goes the 35 of Sawyer Ott. Hit hard in the outside wall. 91 of Jackson Allen. They both make contact. Allen will be the brunt of that collision as Sawyer Ott holds on to the lead. Take another look. Slowed down in a spot he normally doesn't slow down in. Cost him. Now we'll see the 37. Ryan Peplinski move up into the fold. We'll have 4 trucks under a blanket at the front of the field. And not too far behind him, going to be the 32 of Daniel House, 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Oh, 1 car. 03 of Kevin Hash. Running in the 9th spot. I'll lose the handle on that machine. He'll have it gathered back up, but not before he fell back, maybe to the 12th, 11th spot now, right in front of the 20 of Patrick Langley. 63 of Storm Patterson, able to get by that 35 of Sawyer Ott, as well as Jackson Allen, able to get around the 37 machine of Ryan Peplinski. They'll spread themselves out just a little bit as Storm Patterson bobbles just a hair. They'll allow the 35 of Ott to close back in on the tail end of that machine. Trouble with the 20 truck. See what happened out of the 20. Oh, makes contact with the 03. The 03 hard into the wall there. Back it up just a bit. On the binders a little early for the 03. Not expecting it was the 20. A tough break there for 03 of Kevin Hash. Take a look here at Hash's back up front. Jackson Allen is around that 63 of Storm Patterson. Like he'll take over that lead. Ryan Hale in that 22 machine back in the 18th spot. '89 of Matt Quick crosses the line shown in the 13th spot. Take a look and see. Ryan Peplinski had some trouble. It was running up front with our leaders He just fell back to the 12th spot. Oh, there goes the '09 of Dave Matson. He'll go off the nose of the 44 of Monin Ram. Dave Matson not too happy. That Navy machine. Take a look at it. There's Patrick Langley right in front of him. And a little bit of net code from the 44. So, round goes. 33 of Josh Kelly. Some new colors to Wilson Farms on that ride here this evening. As he's currently right now in the 19th spot. Right behind the two of Alex Little. Another good look at the Wilson Farms entry. The 33 of Josh Kelly. Good look at both of those trucks as they head off into turn number 1. Kelly will pick up that position. He'll go around. Got one truck. Was nosed into the inside wall. It'll go clear. Jackson Allen still leading. Lap 9 of 34. Sawyer Ott has already pitted there. Back quick off 37 Ryan Pepelinski having trouble right in front of 35 of Ott. Not able to pit.
Well, I like how I got disabled, but you didn't, and I wasn't even arguing.
Take me on the inside.
Glad to see everybody good and healthy over at the Josh Kelly Fan Club. Thanks for tuning in as always, and hope this finds all of you well. And do want to give a big shout out to Wilson Farms for supporting Josh Kelly and allowing him to do what he loves to do here, and we love having him on in the Iron Thunder Racing League. No matter what series we are running. Check back with our leader real quick. 12 laps on the board. Take a look now at the 6 of Kyle Leatherman running in the 6th spot. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Matter of fact, it'll be flip-flop 5th and 6th for those two drivers respectively, as Jackson Allen's out to a 4. Almost a whole 4-second lead over Storm Patterson. Kelvin Mosier has worked his way up into the 3rd spot. We'll see that black 43 machine He works his way out of corner number 3 here, off into 4 and 5. Oh, trouble there. Was the 60 machine. Back it up and see what happens with the 60. Already big damage on the 60. Clips the grass and hard into that wall and gets hung up. See how far a fuel run will go here with Jackson Allen. 13
Got trapped behind the
laps.
fucking wall.
Trouble on the 20 truck. Oh, 87 of Raymond Rittenhour, 22. Ryan Hale. See exactly what happened there. That's 87 of Rittenhour out with fresh tires. Cold tires may have been a factor. See what happened here in the next turn. A little bit far behind. Looks like he goes wide. Simultaneous. It's that 22 machine losing the grip on that machine. The damage on the front of the 87. Raymond Rittenhour. I believe the
Hey, 09, is my truck really damaged?
63 of Patterson. Got it down to a 3.5 second lead. Oh, Patterson going to lose the handle. And around he goes. He's going to save it and stay off. Oh, slight contact with the wall. You'll have to put it in R for race mode. 43 of Mosier having trouble getting by him. That'll cost precious time to that 63 machine.
Thanks, Alex.
Mosier goes into second.
No problem.
And he'll have to hold off. Well, maybe a good way to a good ways back. In trouble again for the 63 of Storm Patterson. As he'll overshoot turn number 5. Still can't get the grip on that machine. 14 laps in the 63 Palastrade.com machine. Starting to fall apart here. He'll lose another position. Looks like the 63 Storm Patterson coming down pit road along the 32 with Daniel Half. He'll be down pit road as well this time by. So those two drivers right there on your screen going to head down pit road for service. And there they will. On pit road is the 63. As well as the 91 of Jackson Allen, your leader. Getting service. He is down and away. 91 Jackson Allen, Kyle Weatherman on pit road, Storm Patterson, Daniel Half, Monin Rayham as well.
Number 1 Pittman.
Here comes the one of Artie Peterson Jr. He'll head down pit road. 15 laps of 34 on the board. No cautions here tonight. Straight through. Just straight digging for the 91 of Jackson Allen, who's led 8 laps tonight. 2 lead changes. He also holds the Peterson Checker 1 Motorsports fastest lap of the race at a 121.878. 121.878. Which came on lap number 9.
That's the best way I know how.
That last lap for Jackson Allen for the pit stop was a 129.622. 129.622. See how much fall off there is amongst as these tires start to wear on these machines, especially for 91 of Jackson Allen out in clean air. No traffic around him from a 121.878.
Thanks, Chad. Thank you.
No problem.
'63 of Storm Patterson after the pit stop settles in to a fourth spot. 32 of Daniel Half right behind him. He'll be running in the fifth spot. Modern Ram, the 44 machine, will be shown. Okay, then now they cross the start finish line. Excuse me. Timing and scoring has reset. Kelvin Mosher, your leader in the 43 machine. Should reset this time by. Take a look at the 44 Ram. 63 of Storm Patterson. Well, that truck's still a handful. We've seen them work back and forth on that machine sawing. Now back through the scoring loop goes the 91 of Allen.
Thank you, sir.
As he'll work his way into corner number 3.
Just trying to give us as much space as I can, Ryan.
Jackson Allen, Kyle Weatherman in the second spot. Then it'll be the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Sawyer out in fourth. Fifth will be Monin Ram in the 44. Storm Patterson, Daniel Half, Josh Cully, Dave Matson.
Sorry about that.
Ray Rittenauer,
Not really
your
good on
top
this track.
10.
It's all good. I'm not good either.
Lap 18 on the board, 17 on the board.
I'm killed. Lana, just go. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Sawyer. Appreciate it.
It sucks when you're good everywhere else but this fucking long ass straightaway.
Halfway this time by halfway.
I have the same problem with a short dick. I can get all those corners, but man, that's trying to speed.
Wait a minute. Wayne at Daytona?
Another look at your leader.
He's in the lawn.
Mowing the grass.
He's moning the grass.
He Monin ran out of talent.
43 Kelvin Mosher holding on to the third spot. The 44 Ram as well. And they'll get by him one more time as they work their way into turn number 2. Looking now at the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer in the 10th spot. Camera flipping back and forth. Kevin Hash right there behind Rittenauer. Can't quite get the number 4 machine. Not showing up for some reason on the scoring loop. "13 trucks on the lead lap." Give your top 10 as they ran through the last time through the loop. Jackson Allen, Kyle Weatherman, Kelvin Mosier, Storm Patterson, Monin Ram, Sawyer Ott, Daniel Half, Josh Kelly, Patrick Langley, Kevin Hash, your top 10. Matt Quick, Raymond Rittenauer now on pit road. Marty Peterson rounding out the 13 elite lap drivers. "18-second lead. For Jackson Allen over Kyle Weatherman. Closest race on the racetrack right now between these two. Storm Patterson and Monin Ram in the 30, 63, and 44 machines. Patterson tried to put some distance between him and the 44.
You're good. That was definitely close. You're good though.
Oh, dirt tracking it through there was that 63 machine. That'll slow his momentum down and give Monin a chance to get him here on the inside. And turn number 3, he'll make the move. And 63 of Storm Patterson will give up the 4th spot. Take a look at the Kyle Weatherman machine. He is currently working his way out of turn number 9 into turn 10. Jackson Allen is in turns 3 as 6 of Weatherman makes his way into turn number 1. Oh, loose again is that 63 machine.
Jackson, I'm going to stay way to the left here. I'm going around.
All right, 10-4. Thank you, sir.
Oh, Alex Little looked at my scoring monitor just to find the 63 and the 2 of Alex Little both off the racing surface. Both unopposed to one another. The All Gas TV ride goes out a little wide, gets into the grass. 63. Storm Patterson will do the same. Well, luckily for Patterson, he's able to keep it off the wall. Not so lucky for the 2 of Little. Alex Little was running in the 16th spot. 2 laps down, he'll elect to tow. We catch back up to the 35 of Ott, who's trying to hold on to that 7th spot. Now you'll catch the leader one more time. 91 of Jackson Allen has led 15 laps of the 23. 4 lead changes tonight. Still holds the fastest lap of the race is Jackson Allen. but he is upped it just a bit from his lap number
I
9
got 3.5
time.
minutes of damage. Let's go ahead.
On the 16th lap, he
10-4, man.
run
Thank
a
you.
time of 121
Oh, thanks
627.
to Cully's teammate. Damn it.
121 627.
Oh, shit.
Trying to find the battle out on the racetrack. No real battle for position. 20 of Langley has got past the 35 of Ott. Ott with some damage. Contact with a 37 of Ryan Peplinski. He's trying to do all he can. '91 of Allen has lapped all the way up to the 7th place.
Yep.
To the 6th place driver of Storm Patterson. He is the last on the lead lap. '91 of Allen right now
Kyle, stay to the right.
coming into turn 10.
Thank you, sir.
Just now into turn 2 is that 63 of Storm Patterson. That time by will be 10 laps to go, 10 to go for the '91 of Jackson Allen, who has an 18 and a half-second lead over the 2nd place driver, the 6 of Kyle Weatherman. Patrick Langley and the 33 of Cully going at it for position. Overrun that corner was 20 of Langley. He had the position.
I was trying to give it to you.
He'll give it right back to Josh Cully at the 33
I fucked up. My bad.
as they flip-flop back and forth for the 7th and 8th spot. Cully was given the position over to the 20. 20 overruns it, but quickly right back on the back deck lid of that 33 machine goes the Mobile One Chevrolet. Travelers Rest native, the 20 of Patrick Langley, as he'll continue to work on the back deck lid of the 33 of Cully, the Wilson Farms Chevrolet Silverado. We'll have probably one more green flag stop before these 9 laps dissipate. As Kelvin Mosier has already made his stop.
Ray, I'm hitting pit road here.
Back out in front of the 91, able to get out before
Thanks,
91 put him a lap down.
Yeah.
20 of Langley able to get past Cully ride cleanly that time. So he'll set his sights and move on. Storm Patterson, one spot ahead in the 63 machine. Trouble, Kyle Weatherman fell behind 63 machine. I'm sorry. I do apologize. A 91 has got around a 63. And the 6 of Kyle Weatherman getting ready to come up to the lap. That's Kelvin Mosier, only 5 cars on the lead lap. one of Artie Peterson
Thank you for not junking
hanging
me there,
into
Ryan.
the
I was
top
flashback
10.
to what happened earlier with Peplinski, and I'm still spinning.
Trouble with the 35 machine. Like he just lost the handle going in to turn number 5. Was Tretch's turn at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Seven laps to go. '91 of Jackson Allen. Kyle Weatherman on pit road. The 6th of Weatherman on pit road. With 7 to go. Trouble for 96. He bounces it off the wall. Leader on pit road. Down the way goes 91 of Jackson Allen. Six laps remaining. From Patterson. Patrick Langley, Josh Kelly, Sawyer Rock, Storm Patterson all able to get their lap back while he was on pit road. If you're watching with us, 6 more laps to go at the conclusion over on Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series YouTube page. They're about to start the A main from Golden Isle Speedway with Josh Richardson, Brandon Overton on the front row, T Mac and Jimmy Owens in row number 2. More trouble for the 63 machine as the Lucas Oil Return to Racing Tour as their first A main feature about to start any moment. But once our broadcast is over, head on over to Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page and get your live coverage of the 40-lap event from Golden Isle Speedway. If you got nothing else to do tomorrow night, tune in as well. They'll be right back at Golden Isle Speedway for another 40-lap, 7,000 to win. And if you haven't subscribed yet, Lucas Oil TV, you'll be able to follow all the coverage.
Do I have to pit if I have a meatball flag? I guess.
We have got 5 to go for
Yeah,
the
we found out the hard
91
way earlier with my teammate.
of Jackson Allen.
Yeah, unless they clear.
You got probably 3 laps and it's just going to boot you out. Meatballs are clearable. You need to clear.
Who had the weather, or who had the meatball?
Yeah, I did. I guess someone was trying to get to pit road and it spun out right in front of me and I hit him.
Yeah, because meatballs are clearable. If you get one, just call it out and I can clear.
Four laps to go for the 91 of Jackson Allen with a 38-second lead. Over to 6 of Kyle Weatherman, Kelvin Mosier, Monin Ram, Daniel Half, Patrick Langley, Josh Cully, Sawyer Ott, Storm Patterson, Ray Rittenauer, your top 10. Lap traffic ahead of him as he continues to patiently make his way through.
Blew up.
3 to go. Trouble for the 6 of Weatherman. 6 of Weatherman is off the pace from the second spot.
Calvin, I'll be to the right.
Coasting now into turn number 5.
Thank you.
Is the 6 of Weatherman. He'll have to hit the tow button. Head back to the pits. Tough break. Late to go in here for that 6 machine. With just 3 laps to go. Loses an engine. As Jackson Allen content right now to ride right where he's at. 40 seconds ahead of Kelvin Mosier in the 43 machine. All those drivers fighting to stay on the lead lap. Hoping they can finish this one out. As popsicle sticks. Oh, 03 of Kevin Hash loses the handle and tries to avoid putting the 91 in jeopardy, and he'll just put it in the fence.
Sorry, I did not hear what you said at first. My bad.
Sorry, go ahead around. You're faster.
Thanks, man, I
Popsicle
appreciate it.
sticks
Thank
from
you.
the flag stand. 2 to go for the 91 of Allen as he'll work his way into turn number 7. We'll see the white flag for the 91 of Jackson Allen this time by the last lap rag flying high for the 91 of Allen as he'll try to cleanly make his way
Thank you, Ryan.
through the rest of this 2.43 mile oval road course.
Patrick. You want the right? It's yours.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hold you off, so.
Few more corners for the 91 of Jackson Allen. Lonnie Ram trying to hold on to that third spot. Patrick Langley trying to close in. See Ram there.
Jackson.
Patrick Langley right behind him.
A lot of us didn't get taken out there. It would have been a fun race.
Yeah, man, I hate that. It's completely on me.
Winner, chicken dinner to the 91 of Jackson Allen.
Yeah, it's all good. It just sucked. I pitted, took the quick, and then immediately come out, and I didn't get a lap, and Pimplinsky just went out right in front of me and killed it. But
So take home the win.
$20, assuming you got the banners, right? Yep, you do. And we'll figure out who the hard charger was. But good win there, Jackson.
Thank you.
Jackson Allen, $20 richer for tonight.
Top three,
Race number 2.
Kelvin and Monin. I'll just park at the entrance pit road or whatever, really honestly anywhere on the track, and we'll get y'all interviews, and then Jackson, go do your burnouts.
Let's work on getting these drivers up in the booth for their interview tonight.
So a hard charger is 5 seconds exact, right?
You gotta be less, or yeah, if you're more than 5 seconds slower than the full speed, you're not eligible.
Damn it, 10-4.
Joining me up in the booth, the driver of the 44 machine. Started tonight's action. Qualified in the 13th spot, able to find your way up inside the top 5 fairly quickly. Not without a little bit of a hiccup here and there. But
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Joining me up in the booth, driver of the 44 machine, able to come home with a P3 finish in the second night of the Iron Thunder Gutter Team Truck Series. Always fun to come here to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, come north of the border, and good to see that 44 machine able to turn right and left and come home with a P3 finish. Got a copy?
Yeah, sorry about that. I got a copy. I was just trying to get it to the start finish line there. I ran out of fuel, but yeah, no, it was a fun race. Trucks and road courses always are a fun combo, and it really sucked for me. I messed up in qualifying. That's really where it started for me. And then lap 1, I messed up and just kept making a lot of mistakes throughout the day. But to come in with P3 in the second race of the season, I'll take that. Definitely not as happy as I could have been if I could have started in the top 3 or stay up there the whole race. But I'll definitely take it. We did great job on pit road and just making sure we didn't make more mistakes, as many as I did already.
It seemed like these trucks, and unfortunately, I'm not one of I'm not one to not a real road course guy myself, so never purposely put a truck out here on the road course. But I know these stock cars are pretty hard to put on a road course. Um, your difference between a regular NASCAR stock car on the road course, how much more difficult is it being with these trucks?
That's a great question. I think the trucks they're not the worst. Just because they get a little bit more side force and down force out there, and a little bit less power, right? So it's a little bit easier than the Cup car package with the short spoiler and all that. But it's still really difficult when you compare to GT3 cars and stuff like that. It's a whole different beast. And it's crazy just because when you go from oval to road courses with ovals, I think in a lot of NASCAR racing, you kind of charge the corners up and stuff like that. But on the road courses with these cars, you really have to just back everything down and really take it a little bit easy and smoother. So if you're able to do that, then you get up to the front.
And now we're going to throw it totally different when we start up next week, Monday and Tuesday. We'll be at what I would like to consider a bull ring Saturday night short track at South Boston. What's your thoughts on running into South Boston?
Well, I think they might have swapped the schedule up to North Wilkesboro now, but regardless, with short tracks, that's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Both of those tracks have really no space to go if there is a wreck or anything. So I'm expecting a lot of carnage, especially if it is South Boston. Then it's going to be really hard to make it through that. But if you start up front and just stay clean as much as you can at a short track, I think people will be okay. It should be a fun show, that's for sure.
Definitely, and I'll have to make sure I get an updated part of the schedule. But if we do head to North Wilkesboro, that would be totally awesome, and be able to get back there. Had a chance to visit there a year or two or so ago, and I tell you what, some real historic action has happened there, and it'll be fun to have the Iron Thunder Racing League there, man. Good luck, and hopefully this P3 will continue the hot streak, and you'll be able to get up on the upper hand early here in the running and be able to solidify you a spot there in the chase.
I hope so too, man. Thanks for having me. This was a really fun race, and hopefully everyone had fun and had a good time out there.
All right, man. We look forward to having you back. Good luck.
Thanks.
Joining me up in the booth now, the driver of the 43 machine, Mr. Kelvin Mosier. I tell you what, man, these road courses are tough with these trucks, and seemed like Jackson Allen was in another world. But you were able to pretty much ride right where you needed to be, and P2 here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, got to be happy with that nonetheless.
Yeah, we are definitely excited. Second place for a road course for the 43 truck, man, that's pretty outstanding for us. We never look forward to these, but tonight it turned out for us. And then to have another M&M Motorsports teammate up front, you can't beat that, right?
Yeah, I tell you, man, it was awesome to watch. I know some of the road courses get a little bit boring, with no cautions. But luckily we're having some battles out through the field. Some guys trying to be a little aggressive early, and some guys not quite getting the handle on these race trucks as they needed. Made up for some good, exciting racing, early on through the field. And once the laps started ticking away, everybody started separating from each other. And it's just the nature of the beast when you come to the road course and running with no cautions. But no cautions for you seemed like to be the what helped you out the most here tonight. Starting in that 13th spot, qualifying in the 13th spot, be able to finish P2 after 34 laps is a pretty good ways here, but without those cautions, it clicks off fairly quickly.
Yeah, I had a bad qualifying lap. We worked our way through the field, of course. I think my biggest challenge was just keeping this Rockstar Chevy Silverado Trump mobile on the track. That was my biggest task tonight, was just trying to keep it in between the two white lines and pulling out a decent finish.
Exactly. You know, we talk about the difficulty of these trucks on the road course. What would be your preferred NASCAR platform if you had to come here with a NASCAR type? Would it be one of the A car, B car, or the truck?
Oh no, I like the truck. For whatever reason, I can handle the truck a little bit better on the road course, but road courses again are not my thing. But we got a little bit of practice tonight. Thanks for everybody that's watching. Thanks for putting this together. And then I got to give a big shout out to John Olson, the guy who makes this all possible for me.
All right, man. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to getting down the road next week. We'll come back at you with 2 more. Good luck, man.
Roger that. Over and out. See you next week.
All righty, your winner of the Canada 150 here at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, 91 of Jackson Allen. I'll tell you what, in another zip code, qualified P1, finishing in the first position. Right now, the only person he had to race on the racetrack was the racetrack itself, man. Congratulations on a dominant performance.
Thank you. First thing, I gotta apologize to Sawyer, man. I completely misjudged his braking zone coming on that up at the end of the long straightaway, and got into him and pretty much kind of ruined his day, or at least set it up to be ruined. And I definitely hate that. Made myself look like a fool there. But that wouldn't have even really been an issue if I didn't start out in second gear and blow the start at the beginning. So just a couple mistakes to get her started off there, but we reeled it in and stopped making those mistakes and got out there and just raced the track from then on. A little bit of a fuel mileage game, but it just wasn't in the cards to be that way. You almost had to stop 2 times. So fun track. I love coming here. This is one of the better road courses, and I really like watching the races here, but it's definitely a fun one to drive.
Definitely. We talked to the other 2 competitors about this as well. Seems like, we know the stock cars aren't built for road courses, but out of the 3 NASCAR stock cars that we have on the platform, what would be your choice if you had a choice to come here, the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park? Which, the A, B, or the truck? Which would you bring?
If NASCAR was looking to make a change, I would say bring all 3 of them. It typically puts on a good show. I think the trucks naturally perform the best because they're able to get up off the corners. They don't have the horsepower. But I think the Cup cars have put on a great show, and the Xfinity cars have proven that they're good road course racers as well. If you look at like Road America, and even when they used to go down to Mexico and stuff like that, and Mid Ohio. So the road course racing it's kind of always been there in NASCAR. It's not always the favorite thing, but it definitely requires you to have that second skill set. You can't just turn left and all season long expect to just ride through.
Yeah, that's definitely, me as a young NASCAR fan. When it come to road courses, I found something else to do. But as I got older, I started to learn, actually able to learn a little bit more about it and the drivers and the respect that it takes for those drivers, or the respect I have for those drivers for what it takes, for what they do here. I'm no good on the sim at a road course, and hats off to drivers like you, man. They're able to get everything put together, not only have to worry about the mental part of racing yourself, got as fast as you are, having to go through that lap traffic and able to race the racetrack as well as other competitors. Man, it takes a lot, and we appreciate what you do, man. It was awesome to see you work your magic, and we'll switch it up next week a little bit. We went wide open last night. Now we turning left and right, and looks like it's going to be some exciting racing coming up next week.
Yeah, we're looking at a really short track and then a dirt short track. So we're going to have some fun next week. That's going to be you're going to earn your money next week.
And the good thing about it, man, you already punched that ticket to the playoffs, so you'll be able to ride through these next two races with no problem.
We're still going to go for wins, man. Those next two tracks coming up are definitely near the top of the list of favorites for me. South Boston, I think it's South Boston, is just a great historic track. Always puts on a good show in the late model series and open wheels. I think we'll put on a good show there. I think these trucks will handle all right there. And Eldora, that's always a blast. The old Mud Summer Classic there. So that's looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll put on a good show for you.
And we definitely wouldn't expect nothing less out of the 91. Always a contender when that machine unloads at the racetrack, man. We look forward to being able to let you see it hang out a little more, knowing that you have already punched that ticket. Good luck and congratulations once again.
Thanks.
Alrighty, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. I tell you what, a good race it was tonight. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in to our new channel. This will be the new home for the Iron Thunder Racing League series. We'll be covering all the series from the Iron Thunder Racing League right here on the one and only Iron Thunder Racing Network. Big shout out to Dylan Hale for our artwork on the logo, and we'll get that out and get that rolling more. Big thanks to Redneck Racing TV for letting us jump in their booth last night and use their truck to get you the coverage of last night's race. But go ahead and like and subscribe, and that way you'll be notified. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live here in the Iron Thunder Racing League. Big shout out once again and congratulations to Jackson, Allen, Kelvin, Mosier, and Monin Rayam on the podium finish tonight. Patrick Langley will hang on to the 4th spot. 5th will be Daniel Half. Josh Cully comes home in 6th. 7th will belong to Storm Patterson. 8th, Sawyer Ott. Raymond Rittenauer in the 9th spot. Matt Quick brings home 10th. 11th belongs to Kyle Weatherman after losing an engine late in the running. The 12th spot belongs to the 22 of Ryan Hale. Artie Peterson in the Peterson Checkerwood Motorsports, 13th place finish. Paul Smith, he'll belong in the 14th spot. Kevin Hash, 15th. Jason Roudebush brings it home 16th. Alex Little, 17th. Dave Matson, 18th. Chad Nelson, 19th. 20th will be the 11th of Tony Constantino. Ryan Peplitsky, 24th. Christopher Gale, 22nd. 23rd will be Sam Green, your last running truck on the racetrack. Nick Walker will be credited with 24th position. Tressenant will be 25th. 26th, Bailey Curry, and 27th, Roger Diebold. Appreciate all 29 drivers for showing up here tonight, and hopefully we can get all 29 out on the racetrack next Monday night, 9:05. Green flag will fall. Appreciate once again everybody for tuning in. The Iron Thunder Racing Network. We'll get ready to move on to next week. Keep your eyes peeled for any information coming out on the social medias. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. Good night, everybody.